they would just give it to somebody.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
As long as you know about those things, you know.
Right.
But I mean,
it's a resource.
There's no reason why. Another one of my podcast episodes, a couple weeks back, I talked about a guy who created a food pantry.
Yeah.
And it's self-sustaining.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, it's just those things where people just stop. People aren't involved in their community anymore, and with going back to the gentrification of the hood and all those places, the further down you go, you just see my mom called it zombie land.
Oh yeah, it really is.
People
are
way
to describe it.
In Allegheny, it's brutal. It's the largest open air drug market in this country.
Let's talk about that.
And it's like, what are we doing? Not and I don't want to I'm not trying to place blame or anything like that. But I did also see some beat cops walking around too that I haven't seen in a long time.
Right.
They're told not to do.
Right. They're very limited.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's brutal because you got this drug epidemic going on, and you have actual crimes going on, and half the time the police are responding to overdoses when they should be responding to actual crimes. So the city's hurting itself by, not taking care of the issue.
Man, it's so upsetting. It's
I
don't know.
Like, it go on and on.
I wish I knew more about it.
Right.
And I know I've seen you post a couple things about what is it? What's the word? Safe injection sites.
Oh yeah.
And so many people get so bent out of shape about these things, and they let their feelings take control over the facts of how these things are helping.
Oh yeah, it'll help, but I don't want to have it in my neighborhood. Why don't we put it in my? Why would we put it in my neighborhood? Well, because your neighborhood's ravaged with drug addicts.
You need it. You obviously need it in your neighborhood.
We're not going to put a safe injection site in an area with nobody on drugs. It makes no sense.
Yeah, some people don't think, but regardless of how they feel about it, what bothers me is there are statistical facts and things that are shown, like proven, that these things help. And I don't care what your feelings are about it. These things are helping people.
Right.
And that's another reason why I kind of want to keep circling back to the operation in my backyard, because I would love to know what they know about.
Exactly, yeah. Like we're very limited on our knowledge about that stuff, but, I see stuff like this city's booming with jobs. You know who's getting those jobs? The people that are buying them $300,000, $400,000 houses. Yeah. Imagine if you went down to Kensington and Allegheny and you offer these people, what's that called? Not therapy.
Treatment.
You offer them treatment. Get them clean. You treat them like actual people, and then you offer them job training to where they can, get jobs, these booming jobs that these transplants are coming and just taking right from under our feet.
Yeah, there's a lot into it, because then that also adds into the what is it? People need to, like, the whole criminal justice area of that thing. Mm-hmm. I think one of the greatest things was, regardless of how people feel about it, when you serve your time and you come out, you can now vote. Be a part of the community and vote.
Does that count for felons?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's everywhere. I know they passed some laws in certain states where
I'm not
if
sure.
you're a
somebody
felon,
was actually, ironically, somebody was telling me that.
I think in Florida, it's definitely they're allowing them in Florida.
Yeah, and people are upset about it. And what bothers me is
it's crazy. We're citizens.
Not only that, but what bothers me is
I'm allowed to pay taxes.
Exactly. You go in regardless of what you did. I mean, some people have done some unmistakable things, and they're serving either life in prison or death row, whatever the case is. But if you made a couple mistakes when you were young and you served your time and you come out and you're trying to keep it, whatever kind of live a better, straighter life, it's like this blemish on your life.
Exactly. It's huge.
You got to roll with it every day.
This country is too obsessed with punishing people.
Yeah.
These people
not rehabilitating.
You look at other countries, and prison is exactly that. It's a rehabilitation center. Right. They put out productive citizens. They're shutting down prisons in other countries because they don't have enough people to put in them.
And we're adding more.
It's complete opposite here.
I mean, you have people like the prison guards and stuff like that. I don't know I wouldn't call them unions, but there's like a coalition
Yeah.
of prison guards that are advocating to not pass marijuana to be federally legal because
They'll
take business
of how many people are in there for nonviolent,
small amount crimes.
Not only that, like
that they changed the laws for.
You know, I've personally talked to people working with the the homeless. I remember speaking with this one man. He was an Army veteran, served in Iraq. I believe he said he suffered from PTSD. He snapped one night, got into a fight, went to prison, came out. Now he's homeless. So these are the people that you care about. What about the veterans? What about all those people that keep us free?
Come down to San Diego.
Don't forget all that.
Come down to San Diego.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me it's wild out there.
The amount of homeless vets and
exactly.
The system is just.
So you got all these people preaching, we got to help our homeless vets first. Well, you're not doing a damn thing to help them.
Right. No. And before that, they're not. If they ain't gonna help them, they're gonna help anybody else.
I'd rather them just tell me they don't care, rather than say,
"What
about our homeless vets?"
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't care.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything to help them.
Right.
But
that's a big one, as you touched on, just like the criminal justice system and how it doesn't rehabilitate. Like that part is just wild.
Yeah, there's over
rehabilitation.
There's just so much that needs to change, and it ain't like we don't got the money for it. You always hear money as the excuse.
Yeah.
But budgets. We're getting real deep into politics. I don't want to keep focusing on too much, but it's just those things, especially coming from the city that we all were born and raised in, and we're seeing it.
Unfortunately, we do have to talk about it sometimes because it does, affect our work.
Yeah.
In our lives, like it
reason,
affected me.
It's a reason for our work.
Yeah, but regardless, you guys are still, pushing through, and just everything you guys are doing. Just today, you guys had a congressman come to the event. You had
a congressman and a state representative.
It's just those things. It's like,
and let's add that the state representative was playing volleyball and the congressman was playing tug of rope.
Yeah, so we're not just getting them out there photo ops like, hey, look at us.
They're involved.
We're getting
dress
involved
shoes.
In the games.
They know not to come like that.
They had no choice but to get involved.
No, man, I love that stuff. I love that stuff, especially like you said. It's not a photo op, although they did take photos, but it was.
I think I took one with Joe Ho, but not Brendan Boyle.
I didn't even think of it as if it was like this is. We did it at Frankfurt. I ain't gonna front, but this one I was just thinking like, all right, see you later. Like, not even thinking of the photo op.
Yeah, it's one of those. I think there's just such a big disconnect with the people who make the laws and the average person.
Exactly.
And today was full of average people.
Exactly. Like there's some politicians in this city, that we've tried to reach out to. We've given them the opportunity, before, like we knew it's before election time. So why not come out to our event, get involved to people, and they just totally pass up the opportunity. Meanwhile, you got someone like Joe Honenstein who had 3 or 4 events today, who barely sees his family, who still made time to come to our event and play volleyball for two games of volleyball, and he still made the time. So there's definitely those politicians out there that are still really want to make a difference and get connected with the community, and then you got the ones that show up for photo ops.
Yeah.
And we've seen them. I don't want to say anyone's name yet because they might help us a lot in the future. So we appreciate you. Help us.
Don't burn bridges.
Eventually, there'll be a statute of limitations on what I think about you.
And that's all right. You don't have to be married to your beliefs 100%. You can always change up if somebody,
Yeah, even like Brendan Boyle today, his people kept telling us like, "Oh my God, so sorry he's late." They let me know he had, I think, 4 different events to go to today. And even today, they were just like, "Oh my God, he's late. Sorry," just.
And I bet this was one of the most laid back and fun events that he had to attend.
Cool. Yeah,
because politicians always have to be
uptight.
I think he said that too. He was like, "I'm not going to give you guys a political speech." He just started off loose. Yeah. I think it's exactly.
He got there. I didn't even shake his hand. And I was like,
he was happy to see me first. I was surprised that you remembered me.
Looked at, I was like, playing tug of war. Let's go. He's like, I'm playing tug of war. I'm like, you're playing tug of war. Come on. And he was in.
It worked. He didn't put up no uncomfort. He didn't look disingenuous at all.
He thought he had to come in like, preach the gospel about, being good people. But screw that.
Nah.
Playing tug of war.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Exactly.
You ain't got to preach that.
Nah.
Some kids need it, but.
Yeah.
I think that's what we do. We come in for that. We cut that barrier for them.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys had face painting.
Sarai. Shout out to Sarai.
Hey, shout out to her.
She's amazing.
Bought all the supplies yourself.
Yeah, volleyball.
Advertisement.
Potato sack races. Dodgeball.
Yo, shout out to the person whoever returned the volleyball set to Walmart and didn't put the net back in the volleyball set.
Yeah, that might have set us back a whole half an hour today.
Yeah, that sucked.
Did they really do that?
Yeah, me and Juan had to go to Walmart. We were worst Walmart ever. I hate that store.
You went to the Aramingo one?
Yeah, terrible.
Don't go there, people. Don't go there.
Terrible. In the speedy checkout line, this is where numbers.
The one like
the
you
20 people.
Yourself?
No, the 20 people.
Oh, all right.
And this is where numbers come important because when the sign says 20 items or less, they mean 20 items or less, not 35, 40, 50 items.
22.
But we did get some complimentary sodas and some other complimentary items. Okay. All in Sam Walton. So we got them back for their ineptitude.
Degenerates.
Hey, degenerate stuff.
It's a balance. It's a perfect balance. You gotta.
Am I allowed to omit stuff like that on?
Hey, I mean, what are they gonna do?
Hey, just sticking it to the man. It's not like I went to some mom and pop store.
Hey, can we talk about you for a second? How
What's
you
up?
came through
reverse
all
interviews.
day and you stayed to the beginning, to the end, helped us load up trucks, offered to come back to the storage unit. Not only that, you sponsored the event, you're sponsoring the next event, sponsoring the event after that.
He only played one game of dodgeball, though, because it got hot, it got hit. My feelings got hurt.
But, I mean, if
they
you
don't
were
make
hot,
Marines like they used to.
If you were hot, we took care of that. You know what I mean? You got a whole cooler dumped on you. Championship style.
Take care of you.
That was the highlight of
the Limelight
for me. That was one of the highlights for me that I didn't even see it. Yo, I got pictures and videos. I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, that was
it was funny because
it's
so funny because I see this huge blue tub of water.
Like,
you knew it was water in it?
I seen it.
Like,
I was seeing it. I just passed. I just walked by. I'm like, they bobbing for apples today or something. I don't know what's going on. And I just walked by.
Wrong.
And I'm distracted by my mom, my wife, and let's take pictures. Da, da, da. And they played it off so good. They emptied out my pockets without even me being suspicious about it.
Like, yeah, right.
Give me your watch.
I'm like, well, you know what's funny? What's funny because it worked out because the cargo shorts I had on today, nothing stays in the actual pockets.
Good.
Oh, you had more?
Stuff stays in my, because there's cargo pockets and then there's regular pockets.
Right.
There's stuff in the regular pockets are mad small. So nothing really stays in there. Stuff always falls out. So I always make sure I have my cargo pockets full. And she's like, yeah, it looks bulky in the pictures. It looks dumb. Take them out.
Wow.
Genius.
Wow.
See, I just told her to say, hey, let me use your phone to take the pictures.
Go get it.
Yeah, but I had like a whole mic set in my pocket.
Damn.
Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff.
Damn, that was
good. I didn't know
so
that.
I'm just like, all right, sure, fine. Here, if that's that big a deal.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that big a deal.
Who asked about his watch? Was that you that asked about his watch?
No, I didn't know you were wearing a watch.
Somebody asked and said.
Oh, somebody said, is that waterproof?
They said, they said, they're like, yo, he has an Apple Watch on. My cousin was like, they're water resistant.
Yeah.
I was like, bet.
Strategic.
And I also said, we'll figure out if they're water resistant because they didn't know at first.
Yeah, somebody asked. They were like,
I was like, we'll figure it out.
Someone was like, is that waterproof? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can swim with it. And we're just sitting there, and he was like, don't block the logo. Just lean over.
Did you hear me saying, Kev, move.
Yeah, I did.
I'm like, wait, Kev.
And I'm just
he was
looking
right there
at
trying
him.
to save you. I swear he was on your side.
No, he was trying to block my view because he was like right, like his junk was in my face, and I'm just looking like, bro, you wanna step back? I mean, and then Keem was like, let him breathe. And I was like, yeah, thanks, Keem. Let me breathe. And everybody starts to walk away. As soon as that, just splash. And I was just covered.
At least 10 gallons of water. I'm pretty sure they're 15-gallon jugs. It was almost full. So
I appreciate it. It was really refreshing on a super hot day.
Like the whole speech about, Limelight Highlight helps us, that was all made up.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't made up, but, that was the main reason for it, was to get you over there.
Oh, thanks.
Hey.
Yeah. Honestly, though, when you were like, "Oh, you're the man of the hour," I was like, "All right, please, I'm not that serious."
Yeah,
and then
put all eyes on you. There's got to be a face behind the podcast.
It was funny though. That was
like I said, you had a couple years of events to make up for. So
yeah, I did.
That's why we got you involved with everything.
It's hard to live